There was a little boy named Sammy who lived in an old house with his family. The attic always made him feel uneasy. It was dark and filled with old things that hadn't been touched in years. One day, while playing in the garden, Sammy decided to explore the attic, ignoring his mother's warnings. As he entered the attic, he noticed the place was cold and dimly lit. He ventured deeper, finding a dusty old box. He opened it slowly and discovered a strange doll that seemed to belong to another era. The doll was dressed in a dirty dress and had glassy eyes that glimmered menacingly in the attic's faint light. Intrigued, Sammy decided to take the doll downstairs. That night, strange things began to happen. Sammy's parents heard whispers in the hallway but found nothing when they checked. Sammy, meanwhile, had disturbing dreams about the doll coming to life, its glassy eyes staring directly into his soul. The next morning, Sammy woke up to find the doll sitting at the foot of his bed, though he was certain he had left it downstairs. Panicked, he threw the doll back into the attic and locked the door. Days went by without further incident, but Sammy couldn't shake off the feeling that he was being watched. Then one day, while he was alone in his room, the door creaked open, revealing the doll standing there. It had an eerie smile plastered across its face. Sammy screamed, and his parents rushed in, only to find him alone and trembling. They dismissed his fears as nightmares, but Sammy knew better. The doll returned every night, creeping closer and closer until Sammy couldn't take it anymore. One stormy night, he decided to confront his fear. Armed with a flashlight, he crept into the attic. The atmosphere was oppressive, and the rain pounded against the roof. As he approached the spot where he had found the doll, he felt a chill run down his spine. The doll's eyes seemed to follow him, its smile wider than ever. With trembling hands, Sammy picked it up and was suddenly overwhelmed by a flurry of images. A young girl, the previous owner of the house, playing with the doll until one day, she mysteriously disappeared. Realizing the doll was cursed, Sammy decided to burn it. He ran outside into the storm, threw the doll into a fire pit, and watched as it was consumed by flames. As the doll burned, its glassy eyes seemed to shatter, and an eerie wail echoed through the night. From that night on, the nightmares ceased, and the house felt lighter, as if a dark presence had finally lifted. Sammy learned to heed the warnings of old places and never again ventured into the attic.